welcome to Lost and Profound, musings on the power of connection through discovery. This is a podcast for leaders and learners, performers, and all people seeking a deeper sense of connection and discovery in your life. So I'm your host, Doug Shansell Harry, owner of DCH Coaching. Please visit me at dchcoaching.com. If you're searching to find your purpose, or maybe you're just looking for the trailhead to your next adventure in life, please reach out. I can absolutely help. So today we're talking about the listening leader, why the best leaders speak less. So somewhere between the Zoom echo chambers and the Slack noise, a quiet truth has been whispering to us. The best leaders are often the quietest ones. Not the ones with the grandstanding monologues or the ones who dominate the whiteboard, but those who know how to hold a moment, hold a gaze, and most importantly, hold space for others. So I've coached enough leaders to know there's a kind of magic in leaders who listen well. It's not passive, it's not weak, it's not a placeholder for the real work of leading. It is the real work. And yet, in a world that rewards the loudest voice in the room, listening can feel almost radical. We often mistake volume for vision. We've been sold this idea that great leadership means having all the answers and having them fast. Quick decisions, strong opinions, TED Talk energy on command. The pressure to project confidence often leads leaders to talk more than they should, be listening. But when everyone's talking, no one's really hearing. And if leaders aren't listening, their teams aren't speaking up. According to some research from Zenger Folkman, employees with leaders who listen well are 8.1 times more likely to be highly engaged than those with poor listeners at the helm. Listening doesn't just make people feel heard, it directly influences morale, trust, and productivity. And yet, listening is still wildly underrated in leadership development. Loud leadership has its limits. When leaders don't listen, people start checking out. Ideas go underground. Psychological safety erodes. Micro silences speak, and they creep in where honesty used to live. Pretty soon, you have a team that looks like they're collaborating, but they're really just surviving each other. I once worked with a VP who prided himself on being the, quote, go-to problem solver. His calendar was like a game of Tetris. He could pivot between decisions like a caffeinated chess master. Impressive, sure, but when his team engagement scores tanked, the feedback was surprisingly consistent. He never really listens. He didn't need better strategy. He needed better ears. It's not about talking less to appear thoughtful. It's about learning to receive, reflect, and respond from a deeper place of awareness. And that takes more strength than most people realize. So make listening a leadership practice. Listening, it's not a soft skill. It's a strategic one. And here's how you practice it. Number one, start with curiosity, not commentary. Great listeners don't jump in with answers. They ask better questions. So try replacing statements with inquiries. Things like, tell me more about that. What did you need from me right now? What's not being said here? Okay, let curiosity lead you deeper. Number two, make space and then stay in it. Silence is uncomfortable for a reason. We're taught to fill it. But when leaders resist that impulse, something remarkable happens. People fill the silence themselves. Insights emerge, vulnerability creeps in, innovation stirs. If someone pauses mid-thought, don't rescue them. Let them arrive. Number three, listen to understand, not to fix. One of the fastest ways to shut down a conversation is to jump to a solution. Good listening means parking your ego and really hearing what's underneath the words. That's where the trust lives. And finally, number 4, reflect what you hear. This isn't parroting, it's presence. When you reflect what someone said, it sounds like you're really frustrated about how that was handled. You validated their experience. You become a mirror, not a megaphone. Look, stillness is a strategy. There's an old leadership maxim that says, speak so people want to hear. Listen so people want to speak. And it holds up. True leadership isn't about commanding the spotlight. It's about creating it for others. And in a world full of noise, the quiet leader has never been more needed. So, look, if you find yourself tempted to prove your expertise in every single meeting, try this instead. Pull back. Open up. Make space. And see what happens when you don't fill the air. You might just discover that the most profound moments in leadership aren't the ones where you say something brilliant, but the ones where you hear something true. So, if you're ready to lead from a place of grounded presence and powerful attention, DCH coaching can help. My coaching programs are designed to help leaders move beyond performative leadership and into real human connection, starting with the simple but transformative act of listening. Please go explore more at www.dchcoaching.com. Explore our coaching services and learn to lead with your ears wide open. If you like what you've seen and heard so far, please like and subscribe this channel. It really helps me, and it helps me to help others. I look forward to our next adventure together, and until then, happy leading, happy living.